Good morning students, this is class 12th maths lecture 4th of chapter 7th integrals. So we will discuss the questions of exercise 7.2. So the question first is integral of 2x upon 1 plus x square with respect to x. We can see that the derivative of the denominator is the numerator. Therefore let 1 plus x square as equal to t. Then you will get 2x dx equal to dt, because derivative of 1 plus x square is 2x, derivative of 1 is 0, derivative of x square is 2x. Now the integrals become integral of 1 upon t into dt. In place of 1 plus x square t and 2x dx is dt. Now you know the integral of this is log mod t plus c. Now in place of t put 1 plus x square, so it is equal to log mod of 1 plus x square plus c. Now in question number second, integral of log x square upon x with respect to x. So because derivative of log x is 1 by x, so take log x as equal to t. So you will get 1 by x into dx as equal to dt, right? Now this will become integral of t square and 1 by x dx will be dt. Integral of this is t cube by 3 plus c. In place of t put log x. So log x whole cube upon 3 plus c, right? Now question number 5th. Integral of sin ax plus b into cos ax plus b dx. Take sin ax plus b as equal to t. Then derivative of this is cos ax plus b into derivative of ax plus b, right? We have applied a chain rule here, equal to derivative of t with respect to x. Now cos ax plus b as it is, derivative of this is a, right? Equal to dt. So the integral becomes, in place of sin ax plus b put t, and in place of cos ax plus b dx 1 by a dt. So 1 by a dt, right? 1 by a I have taken outside the integral because it is constant. Now integral of t is t square by 2 plus c. Now in place of t put the value sin ax plus b. So this will become sin square ax plus b upon 2a plus c, right? Now question number 8. Integral of x into root 1 plus 2x square with respect to x. Now you know the derivative of x square is 2x and x already is there in the integrand. Therefore take the complete term inside this root as t. So you will get derivative of 1 is 0 and derivative of x square is 2x. 2x into 2 is 4x. So 4x into dx is equal to dt. Now this integral becomes, in place of 1 plus 2x square put t. So you will get root t, and in place of x dx 1 upon 4 dt, right? Now 1 upon 4 as it is, integral of root t is t raised to the power 1 by 2 plus 1, that is 3 by 2 upon 3 by 2 plus c. So this will be 1 by 6 into, in place of t put 1 plus 2x square whole raised to the power 3 by 2 plus c. Clear? Now question number 9th. Integral of 4x plus 2 into root x square plus x plus 1 into derivative of x. So we will take the term inside the root as equal to t, because derivative of this is now 2x plus 1 and derivative of 1 is 0. So 2x plus 1 into dx is equal to dt. Also you can see, when we will take 2 common from both of these terms, then you will get 2 into 2x plus 1, right? 2 taken common from both of these terms into root x square plus x plus 1 into dx. Now root of this will become root t in 2 as it is, and 2x plus 1 dx is dt. So you will get 2 integral of root t with respect to t. Now this is equal to 2 integral of root t. That is integral of t raised to the power 1 by 2 is t raised to the power 1 by 2 plus 1. That is 3 by 2 upon 3 by 2 plus c. Now in place of t, substitute the value again. So you will get 4 by 3 x square plus x plus 1 whole raised to the power 3 by 2 plus c. Question number 10th is integral of 1 upon x minus root x with respect to x. Now see, if you will directly put this equal to t, then after differentiating what you will get, derivative of x is 1 and derivative of root x is 1 upon 2 root x into dx equal to dt. Now see, this does not exist in the integrand, right? Therefore, we cannot put x minus root x equal to t. So we will make some changes in the given integrand to substitute. So taking root x common from both of these terms in the denominator. So you will get integral of 1 upon root x into root x minus 1 with respect to x. Now if you will put root x minus 1 equal to t, then the derivative of this will be 1 upon 2 root x and derivative of 1 is 0 into dx is equal to dt. Now you can see 1 upon root x, which is here, exists in the integrand also, right? Now the integral becomes 1 upon, in place of this put t, and 1 upon root x dx is equal to 2 times of dt, right? 2 I have taken out from the integral because it is constant. Now 2 into integral of 1 by t is log mod of t plus c, and now put the value of t, which is root x minus 1. So you will get the answer as 2 log mod root x minus 1 plus c. Clear? Now question number 11th, integral of x upon root x plus 4 with respect to x. So the term which is inside the root, take it as equal to t. So the derivative of this is 1 into dx is equal to dt. Now the integrals become, in place of root x plus 4, root t, dx is equal to dt. Now this x is equal to, from here, t minus 4. So write down t minus 4. Now divide both of these terms in the numerator with the root t. So you will get it equal to as integral of root t minus 4 integral of t raised to the power minus 1 by 2. Now the integral of root t is t raised to the power 1 by 2 plus 1, that is 3 by 2 upon 3 by 2, minus integral of t raised to the power minus 1 by 2 will be t raised to the power 1 by 2 upon 1 by 2. But that 2 will come in the numerator and 4 is already here, so it will become 8 plus c. Now in place of t, put this value x plus 4. So you will get the answer as 2 by 3 x plus 4 raised to the power 3 by 2 minus 8 x plus 4 raised to the power 1 by 2 plus c. Now in question number 12th, integral x cube minus 1 whole raised to the power 1 by 3 into x raised to the power 5 into dx. Now you have to decide which term is to be put as equal to t. Now see, if you will take x raised to the power 5 as equal to t, then after differentiating both the sides, you will get 5 x raised to the power 4 into dx equal to dt. But here there is no term which is x raised to the power 4, right? Therefore we will not let x raised to the power 5 as equal to t. Instead of this, we will take x cube minus 1 as equal to t. Now after differentiating this, you will get 3x square, derivative of 1 is 0. So 3x square into dx is equal to dt. Now also x square is not in this integrand, but x raised to the power 5 can be written as x cube into x square, right? Now x square dx will become dt by 3 and the value of x cube can be calculated from here, which is t plus 1, right? Therefore, we will take x cube minus 1 as equal to t. Now, the integral will become integral of, in place of x cube minus 1 t, so t raised to the power 1 by 3 into, in place of x cube, t plus 1, and in place of x square dx, dt by 3. So it is equal to 1 by 3. Now multiply this t raised to the power 1 by 3 with both of these terms. So you will get integral of t raised to the power 4 by 3 with respect to t plus integral of t raised to the power 1 by 3 into dt, right? Now solve these integrals. 1 by 3 outside, integral of this will be t raised to the power 7 by 3 upon 7 by 3 plus integral of this will be t raised to the power 4 by 3 upon 4 by 3 plus c. So after solving you will get t raised to the power 7 by 3 by 7 because 3 will get cancelled, right? Plus t raised to the power 4 by 3 upon 4 plus c. Now put the value of t which you assumed as x cube minus 1. So you will get the answer as 1 by 7 x cube minus 1 raised to the power 7 by 3 plus 1 by 4 x cube minus 1 raised to the power 4 by 3 plus c. Clear? Now question number 13th is integral x square upon 2 plus 3x cube whole cube into dx. Now see the derivative of this 2 plus 3x cube will give you 9x square and x square exists in the integrand, right? Therefore, we will take 2 plus 3x cube as equal to t. Now derivative of 2 is 0. 3 as it is, derivative of x cube is 3x square. So you will get 9x square into dx equal to dt. Therefore, x square into dx is equal to 1 by 9 dt. Now the integral becomes 1 by t cube, right? And x square dx is 1 by 9 dt. Now this is equal to 1 by 9 integral of t raised to the power minus 3, which is equal to 1 by 9 into integral of this will be t raised to the power minus 3 plus 1, that is minus 2 upon minus 2 plus c, which is equal to minus 1 by 18. Also t raised to the power minus 2 is equal to 1 upon t square, and in place of t put this value 2 plus 3x cube, right, plus c. So this is the integral value of the integral given. Now question number 17th is integral of x by e raised to the power x square with respect to x. Now see, this is e raised to the power x square and in the denominator we have x. Also we know the derivative of x square is 2x, right? Therefore we will take x square as equal to t. Then 2x dx is equal to dt after differentiating. Now e raised to the power x square will become e raised to the power t. Also x dx will be equal to 1 upon 2 dt. So 1 upon 2 dt. Now this is equal to 1 by 2 integral of e raised to the power minus t with respect to t, which is equal to 1 by 2 into, now this is integral of e raised to the power minus t. Integral of e raised to the power ax is equal to e raised to the power ax upon a. Here a is minus 1 plus c. So you will get the answer as minus 1 by 2 into e raised to the power, this is minus t. In place of t put x square. So e raised to the power minus x square plus c, right? Now see, there are some functions which cannot be integrated directly. Also no terms of those functions can be put equal to t. So we have to make some changes in the given function to calculate the integral. Question 19th is one of them only. You cannot directly integrate this integral, right? Also, if you will put any term of this function equal to t, you will not get any result. Therefore, we will try to change this function in a way so that it can be integrated, right? For this, if these types of functions are given, then what we do, divide numerator and denominator by e raised to the power x. See, when we will divide the numerator and denominator with e raised to the power x, what we will get is integral of e raised to the power 2x upon e raised to the power x is e raised to the power x minus 1 upon e raised to the power x is e raised to the power minus x upon e raised to the power 2x upon e raised to the power x is e raised to the power x plus 1 upon e raised to the power x is e raised to the power minus x with respect to x. See why we did this? Because now if you will take the denominator as equal to t, then you will get the numerator only. The derivative of the denominator is the numerator. That's why we try to change this function in this type of function. Clear? Now let this denominator as equal to t, then derivative of e raised to the power x is e raised to the power x plus derivative of e raised to the power minus x is e raised to the power minus x into derivative of minus x, and derivative of minus x is minus 1, right, into dx equal to dt. So the given integral now becomes integral of dt by d, because in place of this put t and this into dx becomes dt, right? Now the integral of this is log mod of t plus c equal to log, in place of t put e raised to the power x plus e raised to the power minus x plus c. Clear? Now question number 21st is integral of 10 square 2x minus 3 with respect to x, right? Now see, whenever these type of functions come, trigonometric functions, then try to take the complete angle as equal to t. Now when you will derivate this, derivative of 2x is 2 and derivative of 3 is 0. So you will get 2 into dx equal to dt. Now the integral becomes 10 square t and also dx is equal to dt upon 2. So dt and 1 by 2 taken outside the integral. Now because we don't know the integral of 10 square t, therefore we will apply the trigonometric identity. So this integral becomes equal to 1 by 2 integral of secant square t minus 1 into dt, because this is 10 square t. Why we have done this? Because now we know the integral of secant square t also and of 1 also. So this is now 1 by 2 integral of secant square t minus integral of 1, right? Now 1 by 2 as it is, integral of secant square t will be 10t minus integral of 1 is t plus c. In place of t now, put the value which you assumed. So 1 by 2 into 10 2x minus 3 minus, in place of t, 2x minus 3 plus c. Clear? Now question number 24th, integral of 2 cos x minus 3 sin x upon 6 cos x plus 4 sin x with respect to x. Now see the functions which are in fractions, we mostly try to take the denominator as equal to t, and in most of the cases you will find that the derivative of the denominator will be the numerator, right? So 6 cos x plus 4 sin x is equal to t, right? Now the derivative of this will be 6, derivative of cos x is minus sin x plus 4, derivative of sin x is cos x into dx equal to dt. Now if we take 2 common from both of these terms, then see, this is the numerator only, right? Therefore the integral becomes 1 upon t, and in place of numerator into dx you will get dt upon 2, right? Now this is equal to 1 by 2, integral of 1 by t is log mod of t plus c. So this is equal to 1 by 2 log t is 6 cos x plus 4 sin x plus c. Clear? Now see, question number 25th is also easy. It is given integral of 1 upon cos square x into 1 minus 10x whole square into dx. Now this cos square x in the numerator will become secant square x upon 1 minus 10x whole square into dx. Now derivative of 1 is 0 and derivative of 10x is secant square x, which exists in the integrand. Therefore we will let 1 minus 10x as equal to t. Now derivative of 1 is 0 minus derivative of 10x is secant square x into dx equal to dt. So the integral becomes, in place of this 1 minus 10x whole square, t square, and secant square dx is equal to minus dt. Therefore minus dt. Now this is equal to minus of integral t raised to the power minus 2 into dt, which is equal to minus integral of t raised to the power minus 2 is t raised to the power minus 2 plus 1, that is minus 1 upon minus 1 plus c, which is equal to 1 upon t plus c. So which is equal to 1 upon t plus c. Now in place of t put this value 1 minus 10x, right? So your homework is, you have to do question 14 to 26 of exercise 7.2. I'll give you hints for the questions. Now question number 14th is 1 upon x into log x whole raised to the power m. As you know, the derivative of log x is 1 by x. So in this question, if you let log x as equal to t, right, then it will be solved. Question number 15th, in this I have told you that if the function is in fraction, then take the denominator as equal to t in most of the cases, right? Now in question number 16th, it is e raised to the power 2x plus 3. So it is very obvious that you will take 2x plus 3 as equal to t. Question number 17th we have discussed. In question number 18th, it is e raised to the power 10 inverse x upon 1 plus x square. Now you know the derivative of 10 inverse x is 1 plus x square, right? Therefore you know what to be taken as t. This question we have already done. Question number 20th is same as question number 19th. So I will not tell you this. This question we have done. In this I have told you if the functions are given as of trigonometric. So try to take the complete angle as equal to t. Now this is very clear with what is to be taken as t. These two questions we have done. Question number 26 is also easy. You will take the complete angle, that is root x, as equal to t, right? So try to do these questions. These are not that much hard. Okay. Thank you.